Alright, this is going to be kind of a fun video. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, I have done a few different videos comparing the compatibility of the Canik TP9SFX to the Walther PPQM2. Now, I'm not going to make this a real long, drawn-out video. Basically, what I do, I'll take the slide off of the Canik and run it on the Walther frame. And I will take the slide off the PPQM2 and run it on the Canik. And they will run 100% reliably. Now, we're not going to do that again today, but what we are going to do is we're going to take the PDP Pro slide off and run it on the Canik frame and the PPQM2 frame. Then we're going to take the Canik slide and the Walther slide and we're going to run it on the PDP Pro frame. Since I bought the PDP Pro and I also have my PPQM2, this was my original carry optics gun in the USPSA. This gun has now just become kind of like the High Point carbine. This is going to be the workhorse of the channel. I review a lot of different red dots for companies. So this gun, I have all the adapter plates for it. And when a new optic shows up to the channel, I'm going to mount it on the Canik to test it. So we're still going to run it, even though I don't have an optic on it, because all we're doing is testing the function. Alright, first up, we've got the PDP Slide on the PPQM2 frame. Put this mag in my pocket here real quick. And as you can see, functions, trigger resets, brakes. Now we're going to be using the PPQM2 magazine since we're using the PPQM2 frame with the PDP Pro slide. Got 10 rounds loaded up. We're going to make sure all 10 rounds fire and that the slide locks back on the mag. Here we go. Fired all 10 rounds, slide lock back. So the PDP Pro slide works perfect on the PPQM2 frame. Alright, now we got the PPQM2 slide on the PDP Pro frame. Trigger works, reset, brake. Got 10 rounds loaded up. We're going to do the same thing. We're using the PDP Pro mag and the PDP Pro frame. Alright, here we go. 10 rounds. Fired all 10. Slide lock back. Worked perfect. Alright, now, since we're using the PDP frame with the TP9SFX slide, we're going to use the PDP Pro magazine. Got 10 rounds loaded up. Here we go. Fired all 10. Slide lock back. Ran perfect. Alright, our last test we got the Walther PDP Pro Slide on the Canik TP9SFX frame. We're empty. There's your trigger brake. Reset, brake. Alright, since we're using the Canik frame, we're going to be using the Canik mag. Got 10 rounds loaded up in this. Here we go. Alright, we had a stovepipe. Alright, so we had one stovepipe. The last 9 ran perfect. Slide locked back. Let's try that again and just see if that was a reload. Alright, I don't know what happened there. Could be this compatibility's not good, or it could have just been one of my reloads. We got 10 more rounds loaded up. Let's load off the slide release this time. Perfect. Let's see if it'll run these 10. Ran them all. Slide locked back on the last round. So we had 100% function that time. Alright, we got the PDP Pro back in its original state. Slide and frame. We got an 18 round mag loaded up. I want to make sure that this is still going to run good after all the different configurations we just ran. Alright, here we go. 18 rounds. Ran them all. Alright, that was a fun test. I always enjoyed making those videos back when I first started doing YouTube, switching the slides and frames back and forth on the PPQM2 and the TP9SFX. One of the big reasons I did this video today was there's a channel I watch called The Right to Arm Bears. Kingpin actually found that channel, turned me on to it. It's a great channel. I'm going to put a link in the description. Go over there and subscribe to him. Cool guy, got great content. A lot of fun watching his stuff. But he and I had kind of collaborated back and forth, and he did the same thing with his PPQ and his Canik. So we talked about it. He left a comment on one of the videos right after I bought the PDP Pro, and he said, are you going to try the PDP Pro frame with the other slides and vice versa? So I wanted to get out here and make this video. I had a pretty good feeling it was going to work, that the compatibility was there, and I was right on that. They worked fine. So just something fun I wanted to do, show everybody that all 3 of those guns are interchangeable, and that's the end of it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.